WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Wake gets the ball to start half number 2, and they have inbounded it and proceed to work it into the front court. Salas to the rack. Our defense may have still been in the locker room on that one. Salas got an easy floater right over the top of the rim, just laid it up and in. And it's a 2-point game, 40-38. Dogs' first touch of the second half. Thomason's got it. Ball fake, drives into the paint, fadeaway 2 with the left hand, won't go. Tap in, Melendez, it rolls over the iron, no good. Bratz.
Oh, that was so close.
Rebound, Wake Forest. Salas drives to the foul line, almost traveled. Now they work it on the left corner. Overhead pass out of the corner to Miller. Quick touch to Salas. Misses the 3 as he admired it. He may have been right on the line, but a foul is called on the missed shot as it bounces into the right corner. Not a foul, excuse me. It's an out-of-bounds play, touched out by Georgia, so it'll be Wake's basketball. High lob in from the right corner by Miller to Carr, the 6'10" transfer from Delaware and Westchester, Pennsylvania. Miller down the lane, floats it over to the big guy, Marsh, the 7-footer, dunks it home from the left side.
Well, our defense collapsed on him and on Miller, and he just, beautiful pass.
First 4 points to start the second half go to Wake Forest. They've tied it at 40. A foul is called on the Demon Deacons' Boopy Miller with a little bit of a block on Demery, says official Jerry Heater. Tied at 40 now. Long way to go. Most of the second half. We're just a little more than a minute in. Demery dribbles on the logo as the Dogs work to our left now. Abdur-Rahim through the legs. Backs inside the arc. Oh, nice spin move to the rack, but a double team there. He throws it up and is fouled. He spun away from Hildreth, a 6'4" guard, but then the big 7-footer came over to help.
The foul bailed him out. He really didn't have a good look at the basket because he had his back turned to the baseline and was kind of shooting away.
And the foul was on Hildreth. Free throw by Jabri. Going to roll in there good, all over the iron, but able to get his 11th point of the game. He's 3 for 3 from the line. Hildreth has been a scorer in their exhibition game and in their season opener against Elon. He had 38 against Alabama in their exhibition, 33 on Monday, but just 8 so far tonight, as Abdur-Rahim made both foul shots to put the Dogs back in front, 42-40. Here's Miller fouled from behind by Demery in the paint. Demery kind of got a body on him and pushed him down. He made the shot even though he got pushed from behind. Miller in the red area there in the paint, and he's got a free throw coming. 3-point opportunity for Wake Forest. It's tied at 42, and this could put them in front. It's 4 for 4 from the line tonight. Looking for his 17th point of the game, and that would be tops on the floor. And the free throw going to bounce and kiss off the glass and roll in there good. He's got 17. Wake Forest with 43. They lead the Dogs by 1. Demery on the dribble in the front court for the Dogs. The freshman gives it up to the graduate transfer. Thomason, fancy dribbling in through traffic, feeds it off to Chiwa. He misses the short jumper, but we get the offensive rebound. Thomason steps out for a 3 and bangs it from the left corner. 3-pointer brought to you by Scanning
See, they
Energy.
do that at Niagara. At Niagara, they let the little guy get the rebound, go out beyond the arc, and then knock it down.
Well, I like that. Whatever works, right? Dogs with a 2-point lead. Here's Carr trying to answer for 3. And the big man just to the right of the circle does answer. That's his second 3 of the game, his second basket. And it's Wake by 1, 46-45. Melendez, hard dribble with the left hand into the left corner. Step back above the 3-point line. Will rotate the ball over to the far side of the court. Thomason gives it to Chiwa, back to the basket, top of the key. Melendez comes to retrieve, now attacks. Runner, off the glass, rattles around the rim, drops home good. R.J. Melendez has got 7. 47-46, Dogs back in the lead by 1.
You get the feeling that young man is about to heat up.
Here's Carr out of the right corner, up the wing to Hildreth. He dropped it for a moment, but recovered. And now Salas over to Miller. He was left wide open, missed the open jumper. Big man, two-handed putback. Andrew Carr at 6'10". Nobody got a body on him, Chuck. He put it back up and in. Dogs miss the jump shot and can't get the rebound. Miller going to take it and run the floor with Salas. He missed a dunk. Dogs take away his miss. Long pass down the floor. Silas with a pump fake, got the defender in the air, and then scores. He sailed by him. Dogs 49-48. Nice play by the freshman.
Yeah, smart offensive play by the freshman.
The pump fake got it done. His car went flying in the air by him, and then it was an easy lay-in for Salas, or Demery, excuse me. 16:15 to go in the game. Dogs have a 1-point lead, 49-48. Wake's got the ball. Jab step, Miller. Right side pass, it goes to Salas. Drives to the elbow. Floater over Chiwa. Good. Salas has got 7 now. Hunter Salas, a transfer from Gonzaga. And Omaha, Nebraska, his hometown. They're up by 1. Thomason with a fadeaway 3, right wing. He hit it from the slot. Scana Energy 3 for Noah Thomason.
That's 2 in a row he's knocked down.
He's now the Dogs' leading scorer with 14. We've got 2 guys in double figures. Jabri's got a dozen. And Thomason with those back-to-back threes, again with 14 points. Dogs by 2, 52-50. As Hildreth tries to tie it up, but his floater with a right hand bounces twice on the rim and won't fall for him. The Wake Forest guard can't get it to drop. Thomason feeling it. Missed that 3, however. Nice rebound on his knees. Jabri to keep the possession. Now he's going to get the candy. Oh, he's short on the 3. Chiwa, another rebound. Feeds Jabri. Drives and lays it in.
How about that?
He had the defense backpedaling to the baseline, and Abdur Rahim took it to the rack and scored. 14 for Jabri. Dogs by 4. 54-50.
Dogs doing a great job on the offensive glass that possession.
Miller with a crossover dribble, step back, sends it to the wing to Salas. Thomason with great defense.
Oh,
that's an offensive foul.
Whoa.
Demery took a forearm to the chest from the big guy, Andrew Carr.
That's almost assault. I mean, that was... threw that hand out there and knocked him down.
And that's 4 on the big guy, Carr. Offensive foul. Wake Forest gets us into a timeout. 14:49 to go in the game. Dogs 54, Wake 50. Come on back on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Creature Comforts Brewing Company is the official craft beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. These 2 Athens institutions have joined to connect quality beer with the passion and pageantry of the UGA faithful. So whether it's Georgia's favorite craft beer, Tropicalia IPA, the award-winning Classic City Lager, or Georgia's #1 new brand, Bigger Dreams Hazy IPA, Creature Comforts has you covered on game day and every day. 2 brands, 1 town, 1 team. Go Dogs! Sip 'em! Creature Comforts Brewing Company, Athens, Georgia. Available wherever cold beer is served. Champions drink responsibly.
Georgia is our home. That's why at Georgia Power, we're building the future of energy. Over the last decade, we've invested nearly $10 billion to strengthen the electric grid, installing new substations, upgrading transformers, moving power lines underground, and investing in cleaner energy. We're making the electric grid more resilient and reliable for you and for future generations. At Georgia Power, we know that making smart investments today prepares us to meet our customers' needs tomorrow.
With Kroger brand products, you can make all your favorite things this holiday season. Because Kroger brand's proven quality products come at exceptionally low prices. And with a money-back quality guarantee, every dish is sure to be a favorite.
These are a few of my favorite things.
Whether you shop delivery, pickup, or in-store, Kroger brand has all your favorite things. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
No one gets you closer to the game than SiriusXM SEC Radio. Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and right into the postseason. Your team is covered anywhere you go, and you can get a free trial right now at SiriusXM.us/SEC Radio 2023. Dogs by 4. Georgia leads Wake Forest 54-50 with 14:49 to go in the game.
And with 14:49 to go in the game, we still only have 4 turnovers. Georgia doing a very good job of protecting the basketball.
Shooting it well, a good number, 48%. Wake at 44.
We've got them tied on the glass.
What's not to like about our stats tonight? And a 4-point lead, and we've got the ball. Jabri Abdur-Rahim, the 6'8 senior from South Orange, New Jersey, will feed it into Justin Hill. Blue Kane checked in after the timeout as well, as did Jalen Deloach, the 6'9 transfer from Virginia Commonwealth. Jabri with the ball, tacks in front court, inside the arc, goes to Deloach. And into the paint, a couple of dribbles, jump hook won't go. He worked against Zach Keller, a 6'10 sophomore, who's on the floor after Carr. Andrew Carr, their other 6'10 guy, picked up his fourth foul just prior to the timeout.
Deloach did a good job of creating the shot. He just missed it.
Here's Keller, pivots to face up. Nobody's really guarding him. Blue knocks the ball out of his hands and then hustles to get the ball. Blue Kane with a hustle lay-in on the other end of the floor. Look at that play. You're my boy, Blue. 56-50. Georgia by 6. The Wake Forest guy just stood and watched the ball bounce out of his hands, and Blue was all hustle. Deacons miss one down on the right end of the floor, rebounded by Deloach. Dogs run it out. Jabri, open three, left slot.
Yeah.
Oh, net. Good. Timeout.
Oh, that's timeout for Wake.
Steve Forbes, his team getting punched in the mouth right now. Dogs have opened up a 9-point lead.
Yeah, we opened up that door on the end of the Coliseum, and we're about to blow them right out of it.
Easy now, Chief. Easy. 13:42 still to go. It's a 9-point Georgia lead, but you got to like what you're watching right now. We'll take a timeout. Back for more after this. Bulldog Sports Network.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
No matter where you're headed, Citgo is a good place to start. Whether you're off to a music fest in the city or dance recital in the suburbs, Citgo top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline helps your engine run smoother and cleaner along the way. Tri-Clean is designed to keep fuel injectors, intake valves, and cylinders clean, preventing hesitation, rough idling, and poor drivability. Plenty of good reasons why when you start with Citgo, you're good to go.
Good to go.
Go Dogs, sick 'em. Whether they're on the road or the home court, my family and I get loud and proud whenever the Dogs are unleashed. In this basketball season, Scana Energy is part of all the action as a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. So join my family and Scana in cheering on the Dogs to glory this season. Sign up for Scana today and get up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/GoDogs for details. Limited time offer, terms and conditions apply.
Energy is a proud partner of Georgia Athletics. For every three-pointer scored by the Bulldogs, Scana Energy will make a $25 donation to the University of Georgia General Scholarship Fund. Scana says, go Dogs. Georgia with 5 three-pointers tonight, 2 by Noah Thomason and 3 by Jabri Abdur-Rahim. And that last 3 jacked the Dogs' lead up to 9 points. It's a 10-0 Georgia run, and the Dogs are up 59-50 on Wake Forest.
Nice assist from Blue Kane, too.
Wake to inbound. They bring it up the length of the floor.
Steal and the layup, then he had an assist on the 3.
Blue Kane still on the floor. R.J. Melendez back in the game now. Jabri, Deloach, and Justin Hill. That's our 5. We double-team the ball. Steal it. Ball caught in the air by Blue, passes it under the basket. Deloach with a pump fake. Wake Forest got a man in the air, just flew right over the top of Deloach, and a foul is called on Wake Forest. Hunter Salas, the man that crashed to the floor.
I think Deloach got kicked.
Dogs double team. They trap the ball at the top of the key for Wake Forest. Forced a turnover, and we're off to the races.
Scott, Georgia's defense has been terrific all night. 11
turnovers now by Wake, Chuck. Georgia still with only 4. Deloach going to the line. Officials are discussing that last play. See if it's a shooting situation or out of bounds play. It's going to be out of bounds. No free throws on the play. Deloach is like, man, I got kicked in the head. I'd like some free throws. Here's Blue for three. Air ball from the left corner. Caught by Wake on the right baseline. Miller speeds up the floor, drops it off to Salas on a bounce. He slides under the basket. Reverse lay-in is good. He's got 9. 59-52. That ended a 10-0 Georgia run. And now we got another foul on Wake in the front court. Clock with an even 13 minutes to go.
That is their 15th foul. We got 1.
They're going to readjust or adjust the clock. I heard one of the officials say at the scores table here, as that foul was called on Boopy Miller, a 6-foot guard for Wake Forest. It's his second, and as Chuck pointed out, team's 5th of the half. Thomason, Hill, Kane, Deloach, and Melendez. Mike White's 5 on the floor right now.
13:06 reflected on the game clock.
So they adjust the clock. 13:06. They had to put 6 seconds on it.
24 seconds.
And 24 on the shot clock. So we should be good to go. The time has been adjusted. Hill looking to throw it in. Late in the clock. Gets it in or on the 5 count. Melendez with a one-handed grab going towards the half-court line. Dogs set up their defense. Thomason for 3. The left-hander misses the 3 straight on front of the rim. Rebound, Wake, and out of the pack they go. They got Hildreth running out. He got the pass and laid it up and in, a reverse lay-in for Cameron Hildreth. His first points of the half. 59-54. So out of the timeout, they've got the last 2 baskets.
Whoa!
Deloach with a spin move down the lane, even though the big guy Marsh grabbed him by the arm. Kind of a silent move. They didn't get the foul call, but Deloach got the basket out of the spin. His first field goal of the game, and now a foul on the other end of the floor. Foul called on the Dogs on Hill as Wake Forest quickly inbounded the ball and sprinted into the front court. Marsh got away with one on that last play, but Deloach scored anyway. Should have been going to the line for a 3. 61-54 Dogs. And Wake Forest basketball. Salas dribbles on the edge of the logo, guarded by Demery for Georgia. Drives to the right. They screen to get Demery away. The shooter open, misses the jumper right of the lane. Offensive rebound, Wake. Left side of the floor, Hildreth backs it up. Chest pass to the right side now to the wing. 10 on the clock. Hildreth to Salas. Screened by March. He rolls to the basket. Salas to Hildreth. With 3, with 2, with 1, extra pass. Fredrickson, 3 ball, won't go, off the rim. Rebound, Chiwa. He feeds Melendez down the lane. A block in the paint. And I think that's going to be the call by Wake Forest. A foul on the Demon Deacons.
Melendez saw that opening, and he just hit another gear. He went straight for the glass. They had no choice but fouling.
And Cameron Hildreth committed the foul for Wake Forest. And that's their 6th. Got a timeout with 11:53 to go in the ballgame. Georgia with a 61-54 lead over Wake Forest. Back in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace.
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing?"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
If SEC football runs deep in your veins, then Sirius XM SEC Radio is what you need to listen to. conference and team previews, plus hear live games, news, and analysis from experts like Chris Doering, Aaron Murray, and Max Stark. Go in-depth with your favorite team with coaches shows, championship specials, and more. Get inside SEC football like nowhere else. Ease your fandom on the SiriusXM app. Stay up to date anywhere you go. Just download the app and start streaming.
Good crowd opening night at home. I should say the home opener here at Sigmund Coliseum. It's opening night in Athens as far as I'm concerned.
That's got you tripped up.
It does.
Back from the pregame show.
I'm all twisted around. 8,176 is the number.
And you got a busy weekend here. You got 3 straight. You got basketball, football, basketball.
Yeah,
all of them great games.
Well, hopefully you show up for basketball on Sunday.
But I got a day off.
That's all right. It's all in a day's work, right? Hey, now through November 30th during the BMW Road Home Sales Event, lease an all-electric 2024 BMW iX xDrive 50 for $799 per month for 36 months with $64.29 due at signing. For more details, visit BMWATL.com today. Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics and Go Dogs. Did I mess up those numbers? There's a lot of numbers in there. Free throw by Melendez is off the rim, no good for Georgia. At the line after the 4th foul by Hildreth for Wake Forest.
Scott, while we got a chance to, this Coliseum looks terrific. The work I know John Bateman and Josh Brooks and all the people that have a hand in basketball were concerned, but this place looks beautiful.
Melendez hit the second foul shot. It does look nice. They moved the student section.
And that's helped.
They're closer to the floor and closer. Well, there's a lot more of them, I think. It seems like it anyway.
It does.
It goes from the inline all the way to half court. Wake with a miss. Dogs with a rebound. Silas Demery with a shot fake from 3. Drives left baseline, and a Wake Forest foul is the call on the drive by Demery.
That's their 7th.
And they have got some serious foul trouble. Boopy Miller now with 4. Cameron Hildreth with 4. Andrew Carr on the bench with 4.
But more importantly, now Georgia goes into the bonus with 11 and a half minutes to play.
Well, let's hit some free throws, something we did not do very well against Oregon. They were worse than Georgia in the game, and the Dogs hit less than 55%. They were in the 40s from the line, still won the game by 11. Demery sinks his first free throw of the second half. He's 3 for 3 in the game now.
I don't want to jinx him, but if he can knock this down, it'll give us our largest lead of the evening.
It's at 9 right now, trying to go to double digits for the first time. The right-handed freshman from Raleigh puts it up and in.
There you go.
You had Adam worried on that one.
I know, Adam's always worried.
He's been hanging out with Zaire too long. 64-54. 10-point Georgia lead, 11:21 to go. Miller with the ball, trying to work in behind the big guy, gives it up to Salas. Shot fake, long jumper, top of the key, won't go. Big guy Marsh chases it into the far corner to keep the possession alive, gets an offensive rebound, the 7'1" center. Miller behind the back dribble. A fadeaway 2 on the right baseline, hits the far side of the rim. Rebound Dogs. Silas to Chiwa for a one-handed tomahawk.
Look at Mike White just out-jumped Dominique Wilkins in his prime.
Well,
I don't mean today.
He was trying to get his team back on defense. Chiwa was blowing kisses to the crowd after he jammed it home on the tomahawk. Salas, one-handed floater, can't get it over the big guy cleanly enough. It's short. Rebound to the Dogs. 66-54, 12-point lead. We throw it in. Russell Chiwa missed the jump hook with her right hand. Rolls off the left side of the iron. Rebound to Wake Forest. Fredrickson's got it now. They work it around the perimeter, far side of the floor. Miller holds the ball low to the floor, guarded by Jabri. Through the paint, throws it back across his body, rolls off the iron to the left. Rebound down to the Dogs, but Marsh got hit in the face, and Georgia going to be whistled for a foul. Jabri caught it with a hand
pointing
in the
to the
face.
other end like, we're going that way, right?
First foul on the Georgia senior, Jabri Abdul-Rahim. Carr back in now with his 4 fouls. Hildreth back on the floor with his 4 fouls. They need their offense. Those guys are in foul trouble, so Steve Forbes going to play them with 10-10 to go in the game. Dogs by a dozen, largest lead of the game for Georgia. Well, for either team, for that matter. And officials are going to review that last play to see if it was anything more than a common foul. And it's a quick look for Doug Shows and Steven Anderson, two of the officials. And they say, nope, nothing wrong, just...
Jabri is such a class act. He really is. He's member, I believe, of the athletic board, the student representative, the student athlete representative to our athletic board. Just a terrific young man to be around.
A good dude.
He really is.
Certainly is. And having a good game tonight. 17 points. He's our leading scorer.
He's a perfect kind of leader when you've got a freshman class with the talent that Georgia has, to show those young men how to do it.
He's got the task of guarding Andrew Carr right now on a defensive switch. A bit of a mismatch. We had Justin Hill at 6 feet on Carr at 6'10", as Wake was inbounding the basketball. And there's a loose ball foul. Melendez called as the ball was going from hand to hand. Wake Forest couldn't get control of that thing. And they got RJ for the foul. That's number 2 on Melendez, the transfer from Illinois. 6'7", 210-pound guard for the Dogs. Wake will throw it in again. Front court, far sideline. Salas comes to retrieve it on the far side of the floor. Hook pass back to the left side. They go into Carr. Deloach is trying to keep him out of the paint. He bumps his way in, puts it up with the right hand. That's no good, but a foul on Deloach. Trying to hold his ground, and the big man Carr was just kind of bullying him out of the way, and they say Deloach committed a foul. His first of the game. And that's Georgia's 5th of the half. It's going to put Andrew Carr, 6'10" and 225, a senior transfer from Delaware, at the line. 77% from the line last year. He was 10 of 11 from the stripe against Elon earlier this week, and he sinks his first opportunity tonight to give him 9 points in the game.
Yeah, the way he shot that one, looks like he's been there before.
Something about a big man that can hit free throws. Man, if you got one of those guys on your team,
boy, it helps.
You can win a lot of games.
Yeah, and also guys, a big man like that can shoot a 3.
Carr hit both of those foul shots, by the way, to make it a 10-point game again. 66-56, Dogs in front. Jabri can't connect on the 3 from the left corner. Rebound, Deloach. He scoops it back out front to the guards. Thomason over on the right side to Hill. Penetrates, kick out. Noah straight away. 3 on net. Thomason buries a 3 from about 23 feet. His third of the half. He's got 17 points in the game for the Dogs. And it's a 13-point Georgia lead, 69-56. Salas inside, shot blocked after a pump fake. Kept after the loose ball and retrieved it in the right corner in front of their bench. Throws it out front, tipped out of bounds by Noah Thomason for Georgia.
Georgia is contesting everything. I mean, they're in their face. They're contesting passes, getting their hands in the passing lanes. Just great defense.
9:09 to go. Dogs have a 13-point lead. Wake's got the ball. And 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hunter Salas, the Gonzaga transfer, gives it to Carr. He spins at the foul line. Nowhere to go. 360 on the pivot, then shoots it over Deloach and hits the 14-footer. Playing with 4 fouls, but connecting for a dozen points now in the game. Wake's gone to a zone. Hill tries to shoot over it from 3 from the left slot. Missed it off the front of the rim. Rebound to Wake Forest. Another 4-foul guy. Hildreth on a no-look pass into the paint to Carr. Shoots against the double team. No, that's Marion, excuse me. Marcus Marion trying to shoot over a double team. We got a foul on the Dogs. Going to put the Deeks on the line. 8:34 to go in the game. The lead is 11 for Georgia, 69-58. Foul was on Jabri. That's his second. Both coming in this half. Marion at the line. First free throw attempt of the season for the freshman. Hit the heel of the rim, and it died there and rolled in for it. Not exactly textbook, but he got the result that he wanted. And he's got a second shot to come. Dogs get Chiwa back in the game. Also Blue Kane, the freshman from Knoxville, Tennessee, going to check in. Hill comes out. So we've got Kane and Melendez, Thomason, Abdul-Rahim, and Chiwa on the floor for the Dogs. Marion deposits 2 free throws for Wake Forest. It's a 9-point Georgia lead, 69-60. We got up to 13. That's been the big lead of the game. Chiwa has the ball above the foul line. In the circle. Puts it on the floor. The big man going to drive to the rack. Laying good. He took it right at the 4-foul guy, Andrew Carr.
Yeah, you know what? That's against that zone, too. Carr had him all by himself. He didn't have any help.
Russell with 8 points now in the game as we approach the 8-minute mark remaining. Jumper in the paint by Salas is no good. Rebound to the Dogs. Melendez slowly into the front court, far sideline. They work it to the near side to Abdul-Rahim. He's holding about 3 feet beyond the three-point line. Now over to Thomason. Slow lob to Chiwa in the circle with his back to the basket. Looks for a guard. Thomason's got it. Big guy sets a screen. Noah down the paint with 7 to shoot. Kick out to Jabri. He penetrates. Feeds Noah with 2. Step back long 2. Good! Left edge of the circle. Noah Thomason heating up tonight. He's got 19 points with 7:24 to go. 73-60. The lead is 13 again for Georgia. Wake with a basketball. Hildreth playing with 4 fouls. Dribbles through traffic. Feeds Carr for a 3. Left slot shot. Won't go. Dips in and out. Rebound Chiwa for the Bulldogs, and he gives it to Kane. He will carry it into the front side. The freshman on a left-hand dribble. Trying to work in closely with a screen from Chiwa. Wake trying to fight through the screen and the ball handler. And Wake Forest going to be called for a foul as the clock stops with 7:03 to go in the game. Foul on Wake. That's on Fredrickson, the freshman. And the Dogs will be on the line when we return. 73-60. Georgia by 13 over Wake Forest. Back after this, Bulldog Sports Network.
The holidays start here at Kroger with a variety of options to celebrate traditions old and new. You could do a classic herb-roasted turkey or spice it up and make turkey tacos. Serve up a go-to shrimp cocktail or use Simple Truth wild-caught shrimp for your first Cajun risotto. No matter how you shop, Kroger has all the freshest ingredients to embrace all your holiday traditions. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
This holiday season, spread a little extra cheer with BMW. For every new BMW bought in the month of November, we'll donate 200 meals to families in need through Feeding America. Over the last 6 years, BMW has proudly helped provide over 15 million meals to those in need, and with your help, that number will continue to grow. Visit your local BMW center for details or visit bmwusa.com/drive-to-end-hunger today.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit bmwatl.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
No matter your favorite game day tradition, it all starts with a cup of coffee to get you ready to cheer on a Bulldogs win. Community Coffee is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs, serving Bulldog Nation with rich and smooth blends crafted right here in the USA. We've supported and celebrated thriving communities like the UGA family for over 100 years, and we believe there's no better day than game day for bringing people together. Community Coffee, strong as our roots.
.703 to go in the game. Georgia 73, Wake Forest 60. And Chuck, what's the number that you like right now?
Turnovers are still for Georgia at 4.
It's been there for, I think we started the game with 4. And really, 4 is still right there. Meanwhile, Wake Forest has 11 turnovers. Georgia shooting 49% to 38 for Wake. They've missed their 10 of their last 11 shots from the field. Dogs have opened up a 13-point lead. Abdul-Rahim and Thomason, the leading scorers. Noah with 19 for the Dogs. Jabri with 17. That's your Regions recap.
And
order now. Let me finish this right quick.
Go ahead.
Order now for the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card at regions.com/GoDogs.
There you go.
All right.
And the Dogs have, off their turnovers, we've got 10 points. And they've got 2 off of our 4 turnovers.
Blue Cane at the line for Georgia for the first time. The freshman rattles out his foul shot on the front end of the 1-and-1. Wake Forest got the basketball. They work in the front court. Hildreth trying to dribble and sprint around Chiwa. He had to go to Bogart just to try to get around that guy. My goodness. And the Dogs got called for a foul on the play. And that's going to put Wake Forest on the line now. And Cameron Hildreth on the foul line. 74% free throw shooter last season. Was 5 of 6 in their opening game against D-Line earlier this week. Fouls on Russell Chiwa, his first of the night. Right-handed shooter from England. Free throw good.
Well, he fell off the line like he wasn't sure that was going.
He's got 11 points now. He's been fairly quiet at 33 on Monday in their opener. But he's playing in foul trouble tonight. He's got 4. They've got 3 guys with 4 fouls, as a matter of fact. And they're all heavy contributors. And all 3 are on the floor. Both foul shots were good by Hildreth. 73-62, Dogs by 11. Thomason dribbles high left wing. Dogs work from right to left here in the second half. Thomason's going to drop it off to Abdur Rahim. Foul line extended jumper from the left side. Won't go. Off the rim. Rebound picked up by Marcus Marion, the 6'8 freshman for Wake. Boopy Miller. Kick out. Long 3 by Salas. He was wide open, and he made us pay for it. It's good. He's got a dozen now, and it's 73-65, Georgia. Here comes Wake with a little bit of a push. Oh, nice penetrate, wrap around, bounce pass in the lane to Chiwa, and he got fouled. Kane with a terrific job to get him the ball, yeah. He had 2 defenders between himself and Russell Chiwa under the basket.
A little no-look back pass. That was beautiful.
Wake commits a foul on the play, puts Russell on the free throw line. Chiwa at the stripe, 61% in South Florida last year. He got there a lot. They fouled him a bunch. He was there 153 times last season. He made 94. That free throw will not roll in there. He got rim, backboard, and rim again, and it rolls away. First trip to the line tonight for the big man, Russell Chiwa, 7 feet tall, 275 pounds. Started his college career at Texas Tech and played the bulk of it so far at South Florida. Misses that second foul shot as well. And we got another foul.
Lane violation.
Lane violation, okay. So he'll get another freebie. Chiwa missed that second one. The lane violation by Marion for Wake gives Chiwa another try at it. 6:03, clock stop. That's the time remaining, and Georgia leads by 8. And he made him pay for the lane violation. Russell got that body in motion, a deep bend in the knees, and jacked it up in there good. He makes 1 of 2 with a little help from Wake Forest. 74-65 Dogs. And Russell comes out of the ball game. Dogs have Demery and Thomason, Deloach, Melendez, and Abdur Rahim on the floor. Carr with a handoff and a screen to Salas. They work the ball left side of the floor. Boopy Miller, right-hand dribble through the legs, changes direction. Kick out to Salas. 6 on the clock. Back over to Boopy Miller. Open 3, good. Miller now with 20 points. And it's a 6-point game. We were up 13. Oh, we've talked about Wake Forest resiliency. There's a steal on the far side by Wake. Salas hustles up the floor, and a foul committed by Noah Thomason in the lane as Salas tried to decide what he wanted to do with a basketball as he got deep into the lane under the basket. Well, I know what he's going to do with it now. He's going to go to the line and shoot free throws. 74-68, clock stopped with 5:17 to go, and Wake on the line.
Well, that fifth turnover was a long time coming, but
Salas, free throw by the right-hander, good, all net.
It hurts us.
A 9-1 run by Wake. Now still a 9-1 run as Salas missed the second foul shot. Dogs rebound his miss. We've got the ball up 5, 74-69. Deloach has it, straddles the three-point line, top of the key, hands off left wing to Jabri. Dribbles to the foul line, back above the three to Demery, quickly inside to Deloach, throws it up the wing with 8 seconds on the clock, threw it away from Thomason, out of bounds. Deloach's pass off the mark. He tried to get it back to Noah Thomason, close to half court, but we turned it over for a 6th time now.
Yeah, we've been over 2.5 minutes without a field goal.
Turnovers and back-to-back possessions for the Dogs. Lead still at 5, 74-69, 4:50 to go. Carr wide open in the lane. Demery over late to try to get some defensive help. A dunk and a foul. It's going Wake's way right now. They've come back from 13 down to make it a 3-point game, and Carr going to the line. He's one of their 4 foul guys right now. He's got a 3-point play opportunity. 74-71. A lot of time still remaining. 4:48 to go. Carr pushes it up with the right hand, connects. 3-point play in the books. Look at that scoreboard now. It was 13-point lead for the Dogs. Now it's 2, 74-72. And Mike White wants to call a timeout with 4:43 to go.
Yeah, do some little adjusting here. See if we can't get a little energy back on our offensive end of the floor.
So Georgia, as you pointed out, Chuck, no points in now almost the last 3 minutes and a 7-0 run for Wake.
Well, no field goals. We had a free throw.
That's correct, yes. And a 12-1 run over the last 2 minutes and change for Wake Forest, who had fallen down by 13, but they've chewed 11 points off that deficit. It's a 2-point game now. Georgia 74, Wake 72. Thomason, leading scorer for the Dogs. We've got 4 guys in double figures. He's got 19. Abdul Rahim with 17. Chiwa with 11 points to go with 6 rebounds. And then Demery with 10 points. The freshman in double figures and has 5 rebounds to boot. Leading scorer on the floor for Wake is Boopy Miller. He's got 20. He's hit 3 threes tonight. Salas with 13. Hildreth with 12, and then Big Andrew Carr at 6'10". He's got 15 points and 8 boards. 74-72, Dogs by 2 with the ball. Will inbound in front court, far sideline with R.J. Melendez. He feeds it into Silas Demery. He's guarded by Salas, the 6'5" transfer from Gonzaga. To Thomason off a screen on the left side of the floor. To the foul line, he shoots, and he banks it home. He got rim, backboard, kissed right off the square and fell through the hole. Thomason now with 21. The transfer from Niagara filling it up tonight for the Dogs. 4:15 to go. Georgia by 4, 76-72. Marion on the baseline. He's picked up his dribble. Melendez guarding. Tight. Threw it away. Throws it out at half court, far side of the floor. He was in trouble as Melendez had defense all in his face, Chuck. He tried to jump pass back out front to an open man on the wide side of the floor and threw it right to the student section at half court.
Defense has been bailing the Dogs out time after time tonight. Let's hope they can keep it up down the stretch here. But it'll help if we get a little offense going, too.
See if they can take advantage of the turnover by Wake Forest. Melendez gives it into Silas Demery. The freshman dribbles to Thomason. They try to trap him with a double team. He sweeps it over to Melendez in the left corner for a 3. Rattles out, no good. Deloach tipped the rebound up high in the air. It's collected by Wake. They run the floor. Hildreth has it in the corner. Overhead pass up the wing. It's a 4-point Georgia lead. Salas. Baseball pass to the left side for a 3. Hildreth can't connect. Good rebound with one hand by Deloach. Dogs feed it up ahead to Silas Demery. 360. Back to Thomason. Missed the 3. Deloach going to chase down the rebound to keep it alive in the right corner. Dogs can run a little clock if they want to here. 14 on the shot clock. Demery looking to the Georgia bench for instructions here in the front court. The lead is 4 for the Dogs. Melendez fakes left, drives right, feeds Deloach. Dunk! Two-handed slam for Jalen Deloach.
R.J. Melendez, the assist. Beautiful pass.
Deloach has 5, and the Dogs just a smidge of breathing room, 78-72. Under 3 minutes to play. Wake with a basketball. Miller dribbles to his right, hooks it back to Marion. They feed Hildreth on the left wing. He's above the arc. He's picked up his dribble, throws it to a teammate off his foot. It's rolling on the floor. Carr drives to the floor. It's batted away from him. It's in the backcourt now.
It's our ball.
Wake Forest.
We got possession.
Wake Forest had Salith cover it up. We got hands on it. We tied it up, said the officials. And as Chuck points out, it's the Dogs' possession.
Yeah, Dogs with the arrow.
And now we got a timeout. So Georgia's going to have the basketball after they mop up the floor. And we have a brief break with 2:35 to go. Georgia 78, Wake Forest 72. Back after this, Bulldog Sports Network.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power, proud partner of Georgia basketball. Learn more at corepower.com.
Go Dogs, sick 'em. Whether they're on the road or the home court, my family and I get loud and proud whenever the Dogs are unleashed. In this basketball season, Scana Energy is part of all the action as a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. So join my family and Scana in cheering on the Dogs to glory this season. Sign up for Scana today and get up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/GoDogs for details. Limited time offer, terms and conditions apply.
Want more exclusives and behind-the-scenes Bulldogs content, more game highlights, mic'd ups, and original programming? Search for the Georgia Bulldogs All Access channel on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Georgia Bulldogs All Access, your official inside connection to Georgia football and all Georgia Bulldogs sports.
Bulldog fans, college basketball is back, so grab a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game with your real ones. Whether you're at the bar with fellow Bulldogs or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis lager and raise one with a real one on game day. Dos Equis, proud sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2023. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Along with Chuck Dowdle and producer-engineer Adam Gillespie, Scott Howard by courtside Stegman Coliseum for the home opener tonight, and a crowd of 8,176 in the building. And a Georgia lead right now with 2:35 to go, 78-72. The Dogs leading Wake Forest here late in the game.
They've got Wake has spread the joy around behind the arc a lot better than we have. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players with a 3 or better, with at least 1 3 or better. We've got 2. Jabri and Noah have been the only guys. Now, they've hit 3 each, but those are the only 2 players for us that have been able to convert from behind the line. But having said that, we're still ahead in points in the paint, 44-24.
The Deacons 11 of 27 on threes tonight. Georgia 6 of 20, but the Dogs are attacking that basket tonight. And we've got the ball with a 6-point lead. We inbound, 2.5 minutes remaining. Noah Thomason got pink shoes on tonight. Goes to Melendez. He's got red shoes. I like that. To Deloach. Jump pass out of the lane over to Hill. Couldn't get the 3 off in time. He's got 4. He's got 3. He's got 2 to the line. Drops it off to Deloach. Short 2 from right of the lane.
Oh,
go.
nice
Melendez rebound. Put back. Good. And then a foul. Hildreth pulling down Melendez. No, what are they going to say? They're blowing the whistle.
What they call?
I think they're just going to play through it. But Hildreth and Melendez got tangled up. There was just a stoppage of play. The whistle blew by the officials, but they don't call a foul on either thing. They just continue play. Melendez with a terrific rebound and then put back a good hustle play to get him into double figures with 10. Salas can't shoot over Deloach. They go into the corner for a 3. Boopy Miller's three-pointer won't go. Rebound to Melendez. Official going to say Silas Demery with a little bit of blocking foul on the rebound, kind of pushing his man back. And Jerry Heater with the whistle, one of the 3 officials. That's going to put Wake Forest on the line with the clock stopped and 2 shots coming. 1:52 remaining. The lead is 8 for the Dogs, 80-72. Foul on Demery is his third. And it'll be Andrew Carr, the 6'10", 225-pounder. That was really just shoved out of the way by the much smaller 6'5", 190 Silas Demery. Free throw by Carr is good. Carr's got 16 and has been playing most of this half since about the 10-minute mark with 4 fouls. Second free throw, rimmed out, no good. Rebound Melendez for the Dogs. 80-73, Georgia by 7 with the ball. Hill had an open look for 3 in the left corner, didn't take it. They want to burn some more clock. 100 seconds to go in the game. Hill's got it now, top of the key. Left-handed pass to Thomason. Down low to Deloach. Double team forces him out to the three-point line. Thomason with the ball in his hands and 5. Step back 3. Oh, he just missed it off the right edge of the rim. Boopy Miller got to the ball first. Deloach went sliding to try to save it, and they call a foul on Deloach. He went sliding and made contact with Boopy Miller right in front of the Georgia bench down to our left. Again, clock stopped, and Wake Forest going to the foul line. You know, they had all those fouls early on. We're not in the double bonus, but they are.
They are, yeah.
11th team foul on Georgia. And 2 shots coming from Boopy Miller, who's been a terrific
pretty
free
good at
throw
the line,
shooter.
yeah. One of the best I've ever seen.
I didn't
darn.
want.
Yeah, tried.
He's 6 for 6 tonight.
I tried.
He's got 21. He's their leading scorer. 6 for 6 from the stripe. 1:23 to go. If he hits this, it'll be a 5-point Georgia lead. Miller, 6 feet, 175 from Chicago, hits a pair. 80-75. Can't get out of the woods here against these guys. 80 seconds to play. Demery looks to the bench for help. Mike White stomps his foot, talks to his freshman, tells him where to go, which spot on the floor. Man-on-man defense right now by Wake Forest. Demery inside the arc, dribbles it out, now gives it up with 10 on the shot clock to Deloach. Deloach starts to drive, and now he doesn't know what to do with the ball. He finds Hill. Hill drives to the basket, missed the drive. Wake Forest got a deflection there before the ball got up to the rim. Deacons with a takeaway, less than a minute to go. Salas, floater right hand, won't go. Put back on the tip end by Carr. Rims out, it's out of bounds. Touchdown by the Dogs, I think. Doug Shaw's the official. Are they going to check the video?
Look, yeah, we're inside a minute. They're going to come over and look to see who the ball went out on.
They said it's on the floor. They've called it Wake Forest ball, but they're going to look at it with 46 seconds to go in a 5-point game. Georgia 80, Wake 75. We had a 13-point lead on these guys with 7.5 minutes to play, but they have kept it. Their largest lead in the game has been 8, and that came in the first half.
Well, you know, they had that game against Elon where they were down big, and then they came back one big, so they know a little bit about how to come back.
And the same thing in that exhibition game they had against Alabama. They were down double digits in that one and came back to win by 8.
And, you know, and look, we were able to dig out of holes against Oregon, but never get over the hump.
And the officials are done with the video review, and it will be Wake Forest basketball. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 46.2 to play in the game. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. Dogs have a 5-point lead, 80-75. Wake out of bounds play. Miller to lob it in towards the basket to Carr, and he's going to catch it over a double team of Melendez and Deloach and put it up and in and score. And Wake Forest will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts right now. So they've closed it to a 1-possession game. It's a 3-point contest after Carr scores on the out-of-bounds play, 80-77. How he's been unable to pick up that 5th foul, I have no idea. But he has. And Georgia will have possession after the timeout. Steve Forbes quickly called the timeout.
They got a couple of guys that have been able to avoid that.
Oh, Miller.
Yeah.
And Hildreth, too. Both teams huddled around their coaches. Actually, Georgia's coaches have their own huddle going. And now they walk into the players to let them know what they want to
Well, what they do is
possession.
They go over and make sure that everybody's on the same page before they get in there and talk to the guys about exactly what it is they want to do defensively and then what it is they want to do offensively. Well, now we're going to get the ball offensively, so they're figuring out how much clock do you want to run, who do you want to take the shot.
This is the 8th game in this series between Georgia and Wake Forest. Georgia has a 4-3 lead all-time. Lost last year in Winston-Salem, 81-71. This one going down to the wire here tonight in Athens. 43.2 seconds remaining, and it's a 3-point Georgia lead. Dogs will have the ball on the baseline. Everybody finding their spot on the floor. Wake Forest directing traffic. And the Dogs will have R.J. Melendez throw it in. He's mostly unguarded on the inbounds. And he feeds it into Demery, the freshman in the backcourt. Booping Miller on him. Demery over the logo into the front court right now. High left wing, he dribbles. Man-to-man defense for Wake. Clock at 30. Shot clock at 17. Demery still dribbling. Shot clock at 12. Demery on the logo dribbling. Miller guarding. Thomason flashes out. Demery keeps it, dribbles it off his foot. It shoots right out of bounds over the inline. He dribbled it off his foot, and that thing just went speeding right out of bounds.
They're going to look, but that looks like a turnover for Georgia, and looks like that Wake will get a shot to tie.
Rats. Back to the video review monitor. Doug Schau, Steven Anderson, two of the three officials. Taking a look at it, 19 and a half seconds to go. The Dogs never got a shot off as Demery dribbled it off his foot and it rolled out of bounds. And the ball's been awarded to Wake Forest. Now the officials are trying to confirm that. 80-77. 11 threes in the game for Wake, in case you're wondering.
You know what? I'm not altogether certain.
Did it touch Wake before it went out?
It may have touched the foot. It was close, I'll tell you that. But it may have touched the foot of one of their players. No, they're pointing it's Wake's fault.
So the Deacons will have the possession.
That was very close.
They adjust the clock a little bit. They put about a half second back on. It's 20.1 to go. So the shot clock is off. Game clock 20.1 seconds. Student section standing, trying to get the rest of Stegman Coliseum. Crowd of 8,176 standing for what could be the final play of regulation or the final play period. Here we go. 80-77. Wake with the ball. Miller over the logo into the front court. On the left wing, they need a three to tie. Here it comes. Short, air ball. Rebound loose, chased down by Miller. 7 seconds to go. Tie up. We tied them up, but they have the possession arrow.
7 seconds.
Melendez and Thomason, one of those guys reached in and tied up Wake. But they have the arrow and 7 seconds to play. It's still a 3-point lead for the Dogs, and Mike White's going to use a timeout.
Well,
Wake hoisted an air ball three from the left wing, and then the tussle was on for the rebound, Chuck. And fortunately, the Dogs were able to tie up Wake Forest. Get the stoppage of play, 7 seconds to go. The Dogs are going to huddle again. We've got a timeout remaining, as does Wake, but only 7 seconds remain.
I got to tell you, this is going to. Nobody's walking out of here disappointed tonight. This is as far as excitement goes.
Yeah, no, you're getting your money's worth. Hey, let's pause 10 seconds before the finish. 10 seconds for station identification on the Bulldog Sports Network.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's been a really good ball game tonight here in the home opener for Georgia. The Dogs will be back in this building on Sunday to host North Carolina Central, and that is a 5 o'clock start. We'll be on the air with you at 4:35 Sunday afternoon. So As Chuck was pointing out earlier, basketball tonight, football tomorrow. It's a 7:08 kickoff, unless TV adjusts that.
Who do we play in that
a little bit later? I hear it's Mississippi.
Oh.
Ole Miss will be in town. And our broadcast will start at 3 o'clock for our coverage of Bulldogs football here on the Bulldogs Network on Saturday. And then more men's basketball for you on Sunday at 4:35. 7 seconds to go. Both teams back out on the floor. Mike White trying to communicate something to his team on the floor. Very demonstrative gestures. Wait to inbound north of their bench. Long throw to the far corner. Tapped out of bounds by Melendez for Georgia. They were trying to go to Carr. 5.5 seconds to go.
You know what? Georgia
tipped out.
Georgia played it beautifully.
Melendez tipped that out. 30-second timeout. Wake Forest.
Well, they got to draw up another play now.
5.5 to go. I think the officials are going to come look at the video replay again. Go look at the monitor.
I think what they're looking at, see the time. Because it said a second and a half ran off. They're going to double check just to make sure.
All three officials are down to our right, taking a look at the monitor. But Doug Shows is driving the boat there. He's dialing the video back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, the clock says 5.5 seconds right now. And they may or may not adjust that. As Hildreth tried to inbound the basketball from just to the left of their bench. 5.7 seconds. 2/10 added to the clock. 5.7 in a 3-point game. And the trailing team has the possession. Dogs come out of the timeout. Thomason and Dimry, Deloach, Melendez, and Abdur Rahim. That's our 5. Wake with Miller and Salas, Carr, Marion, and one more guy in the corner. That's Hildreth. They need a 3 to tie to possibly force overtime. Left of the basket on the baseline. Miller looking. Deloach jumping. They throw it into Hildreth. He steps behind the 3, slides, fadeaway 3 with 2 seconds to go. Is off the rim. Rebound Deloach. Time runs out. That's the ball game. Georgia hangs on for the win.
Great job by the Dogs. Great job by the Dogs.
80-77.
He did not have a good look at that, Scott. He had to kind of heave it up there.
Hildreth got the ball inside the arc, tried to spin, curl around. He knew he needed a 3 to tie, and when he came out on the right wing, tried to plant his foot, Chuck, he slid a little bit, lost his balance, and he was trying to shoot at the same time because he was running out of time, and it hit the rim. Deloach got the rebound, and the Dogs are able to get a victory here on opening night, the home opener.
The home opener
at Stegman Coliseum, 80-77.
Well, like I
is
said,
our final.
You want to protect your home turf and find a way to steal a few on the road. And Dogs off to a good start with this victory. I see President Moorhead walking out on the court to congratulate the Georgia players.
Well, Mike White's first team at Georgia last year went 13-4 in home games. And off to a good start tonight. They get that first win here at home and got a chance for number 2 coming quickly on Sunday afternoon against North Carolina Central. But a nice win over a good Power 5 opponent. The Dogs extend the lead in the series to 5-3 all-time over Wake Forest. Even the record at 1-1. Wake Forest also 1-1. Up next for them, the Charleston Classic next Thursday. They open with Utah in Charleston, South Carolina on the 16th. Georgia with a game on Sunday, as we mentioned, before Chuck and our friend from Learfield, Cabell Philpott, head off to the Bahamas to call 2 games in the Bahamas in the Baha Mar Classic in the Bahamas. That'll be on Friday and Sunday. Georgia plays Miami next Friday, and then either Kansas State or Providence in the following Sunday. We're going to get a chance to talk with one of the players of the game, Jabri Abdur Rahim. He is the electrifying player of the game. It's brought to you by Georgia's Electricians, IBEW, Local Union 613. Jabri with the headset on. And Jabri, congratulations on this one, man. It was tough, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're a good team. It was a tough win.
You guys are a good team too. You played very well today.
Yeah, we had to respond after the last one, defend home court, but all credit to them, man. They're really good. They run a lot of good stuff, and they're big, and they can really shoot, so it was definitely a hard game.
What was the biggest difference between Monday and Friday?
I think we just had a lot more connection. I think we just played together more, and we kind of settled in. I mean, you know, first game in a big game, it was expected everybody to be nervous, and I feel like this game we kind of got our feet wet a little bit, and once we started seeing shots fall, it was easy to play hard after that.
A little more energy in the building tonight for you guys compared to Las
That was
Vegas
the biggest
too.
difference,
Yeah,
really though. Yeah,
8,000 folks plus tonight. That's a good crowd.
Yeah, that
Get
was
you guys
the
going.
biggest difference for sure.
Jabri, talk a little bit about what this means now to this team to get that first win.
Yeah,
because you guys are trying to blend.
Yeah,
you're a returner.
Yep.
Then there are all the guys that came through the portal, and then those new incoming freshmen.
Yeah,
and you're trying to put it together.
Yeah, it was a huge win. I mean, I feel like we're already a connected group. Like you said, we got a lot of new people, but we're a really close knit group, and we know we had the potential to be a really good team. So to get a win like this, it does a bunch for our confidence, and we didn't want to go 0-2. So we knew how important this one was, and we came out with that mentality.
You had 17 tonight. Tell me how you got to that point.
My teammates found me. I was able to get some good looks early. Coach was, calling my number a little bit. We was running some good stuff, and I was able to see the ball go through. But credit to Silas, Noah, and Justin. They were able to find me in good positions, and I was able to make some shots.
Jabri, I felt, and you had a great night offensively. That's great. But I really felt like the team's defense tonight really bailed y'all out. I mean, I thought y'all played great defense.
Well, yeah, that was the emphasis. I mean, we know how good they are offensively. They are so good offensively. They run a lot of good stuff. Like I said, they have a lot of good players. So that was the main focus, just really trying to guard them to the best of our ability. They're such a good team and with a bunch of talented players. So we knew if we didn't come with it on the defensive end, it was going to be tough for us.
Jabri, thanks for your time. Congratulations on this one. Good job tonight. Good to be a winning Bulldog team tonight, and get ready for Sunday. You got a short turnaround for the next one.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you.
Jabri Abdur-Rahim, our electrifying player of the game, brought to you by Georgia's Electricians, IBEW, local union 613. And Jabri, one of our leading scorers tonight. He had 17 points on a 5 for 12 shooting night, 3 threes, perfect from the line, 4 for 4, 4 rebounds in this Georgia victory, 80-77 over Wake Forest. Stay tuned for our post-game coverage as we continue from Athens right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
With Kroger brand products, you can make all your favorite things this holiday season. Because Kroger brand's proven quality products come at exceptionally low prices. And with a money-back quality guarantee, every dish is sure to be a favorite.
These are a few of my favorite things.
Whether you shop delivery, pickup, or in-store, Kroger brand has all your favorite things. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Creature Comforts Brewing Company is the official craft beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. These two Athens institutions have joined to connect quality beer with the passion and pageantry of the UGA faithful. So whether it's Georgia's favorite craft beer, Tropicalia IPA, the award-winning Classic City Lager, or Georgia's #1 new brand, Bigger Dreams Hazy IPA, Creature Comforts has you covered on game day and every day. Two brands.